Hello, my name is Adrienne Wallace, and I was diagnosed with sickle cell disease at the age of 2. Sickle cell anemia is a hereditary blood disorder that causes red blood cells to become shaped like crescents instead of round like donuts. These misshapen cells block blood flow throughout the body, leading to excruciating pain, organ damage, and strokes. Life-threatening complications can affect vital organs such as the spleen, kidneys, and liver. The pain can be unbearable. There were times in my life when I prayed and asked God to take me away, just so I could finally be free from the pain. As a child, I often felt alone. I was the only person in my family and at school living with this disease. No one truly understood what I was going through. I eventually stopped talking about it because I felt no one could relate to me. I learned to suffer in silence. After years of physical pain, I also began struggling emotionally and mentally. Living with sickle cell disease is just as much a mental battle as it is a physical. I became angry, frustrated, and sometimes unintentionally distant or mean to the people around me. Thankfully, counseling helped me tremendously, and I strongly encourage anyone living with this disease to seek professional help. We cannot carry this burden alone. Faith in God and mental health support both played important roles in my healing. As I got older, I began researching bone marrow transplants and reading stories about people who had been cured. One day, while receiving IV fluids at Oxner Health as a preventative measure, I met another young woman with sickle cell. She was receiving a blood transfusion during her pregnancy. We immediately connected and shared stories about our lives and pain. It was the first time I had ever met someone who truly understood me. We talked for hours. We talked even after our treatments ended. Eventually, her husband came looking for her because he was worried. Before leaving, we exchanged phone numbers and became lifelong friends. We often talked about bone marrow transplants. Being an only child, I believed my chances of finding a donor were almost non-existent. But my friend was a nurse, and she explained that medical advancements now allowed transplants using partial matches. Instead of requiring a perfect 100% match, partial matches work. For the first time in a long time, I felt hope. After giving birth, my friend became very ill and experienced a severe pain crisis while home alone because her husband was away on military duty. She was in so much pain that she could not even get out of bed to prepare a bottle for her baby. In that moment, she decided she would pursue a transplant. I told her that if she went through with it, I would be right behind her. In 2016, she successfully underwent her bone marrow transplant. True to my word, I began my own stem cell transplant journey in September 2017. My donor was my cousin, a 9 out of 10 match. On my 50th birthday, while my friends were celebrating, I was receiving chemotherapy as part of my transplant treatment. The journey was long and frightening. I developed GVHD, a life-threatening complication where the donor's cells attack the body. I felt ready to give up, but I knew too many people had sacrificed for me. My fight was no longer just about me. It was about honoring everyone who believed in me. For 3.5 years, I endured treatments, including apheresis and steroids. My body changed, and I barely recognized myself. But through every setback and every hospital stay, I kept fighting. Today, I am sickle cell free. This journey transformed me. I am stronger, fiercer, and resilient. I will always be a sickle cell warrior. Although I no longer battle it personally, my fight is not over. Today, I fight for every warrior still suffering in pain. I fight for awareness, equity, and access to life-changing therapies for those who don't have them yet. The fight does not end until every person has access to a cure, and until no child is born suffering from this disease ever again. Thank you.